All right, so we've made the front piece, we've made the back piece. Now it is time to assemble. I'm going to break this down in a couple of videos because I want to make sure that we are very accurate in what we need to do. And that way you can follow along and have success. So I'm going to go ahead and click in assembly. All right, and what I like to do first is in the assembly I like to click on the front cube so it squares up. And I'm going to go ahead and insert the back piece. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. And it doesn't have to be perfect, just go ahead and put it on there. All right, now once I am done with placing one item, that first item in the middle, the only thing you need to do with that is going to right click and fix. Okay, we're going to right click and fix. Now as I hold my mouse, my right click down on my mouse, you can see it's right there, but no matter what I try to do, I cannot move that thing. All right, it's kind of like magic glue. All right, now once I'm done with that, we're going to show you how to do a fasten mate for the top and bottom. So we're going to go ahead and insert back piece again. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Click right there, check mark. Now, fasten mate is basically an easy way, if everything's symmetrical, that you can do just one point. So we're going to find that point, but I want to make sure you understand, when you're doing this, you can't be lazy with your clicks. You can't click and drag, you can't click and push. You have to click on the unit or the point very, very, very accurately. Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to click on Fasten Mate. I'm going to zoom in and rotate just a little bit. And what we want to do is we want to get the center piece of the top edge of that fixed piece. Okay. Once I click that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be lazy for this one. I'm going to go ahead and click on the top piece here. Okay. All right, finally, cheese and rice. Okay, so I did that, and now you're sitting there and you're looking at it like, oh, wait, you only have one piece. Actually, no, I don't. What I did was I clicked those two mate connectors, those little Pac-Mans or whatever I chose, and it went inside the other. What we don't want to do is we don't want it to be inside. We want to flip its axis. Okay, you can see how it kind of reappears. Now it's flipped around and those two pieces are touching, or those two points are touching. Now I can rotate this on a secondary axis, but I'm not gonna because I want these all in alignment. All right. But the cool thing about the Fasten Mate is once I hit this check mark, everything's locked in. Okay, because I fixed the first one and I fastened this to that one. So it's just kind of like adding on to the acre. Boom. Okay. So now, even if I try to move this, not going to happen. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and insert again. Same exact process, except this time I'm not going to be lazy. All right. So I'm going to fasten mate, zoom in, choose, and sometimes Onshape can be finicky depending on your internet connection or something like that. Now I'm going to rotate this. And I'm going to go for that one. Okay. Now the reason why this one worked easily is because those two surfaces were close by one another. I didn't ask it to do something a little bit different. If it went like this, definitely flip it. But if it didn't, leave it there. Okay. So once I've fastened these, you'll notice I have fastened 1 and 2. All my back pieces no longer have these little arrow pieces that you first got or first had when you put it in there. Right, which means they're locked in. All right, so that's how you fasten mate all of these pieces together. All right, so in the next video, I'll show you how to planar mate offset the two front pieces.